Well, here we are again, the day after my rifle got delivered. Also, I was going to show you yesterday, but it just showed up just after UPS did. And I did get my capacitors for the radio I'm working on. Those are usually .005s. I got 5 of them. And that came from New Old Sounds, is the outfit on eBay I got it from. This other one came from Amplified Parts, and here's the other ones I needed. Pretty hefty. So, and they're good for 600 volts, so that's going to work fine too. I got 10 of those. So, they sent me a book. Yeah, these parts are used a lot in guitar amplifiers and stuff, so should be good enough. Anyhow, so what we got here, what I've been doing down here, let me get around here first, show you what I got. To clean this gun, or rifle I should say, I used Evapor Rust on it first. Figure on any rust that's there, it should take care of it. So I did that, and after I was done with that, I used Hoppy's number 9 solvent, and then that was followed with Hoppy's number 9 oil. And here are the patches. Okay. This first bunch of patches here, these first 3, are from the Evapor Rust. There's number 1, number 2, and there's number 3. And then we go to the second group down here. This is the solvent. So I went through this and that one and that one. And look, it's already getting clean by the time it gets to the third one. And then these last 2, I put a brush, 45 caliber brush with oil, and these are the ones with oil when I went through it. That one, and this one. That's less fouling than I normally get in my modern firearms, let alone this one. I did go ahead and I mic'd this out on the inside. And you probably can't see that because it's right here and it's really hard to see, but it mic'd out at .455, so it's 45 caliber, and there's the 45 caliber brush I used on top of every time I used that with Evapor Rust and the solvent and the oil, and it's been scrubbed back and forth. Now what I want to show you is I have my bore sighter here, or not bore sighter, I should say, my camera inside the bore itself. Okay, so I put it inside, and it might be a little hard for you to see on this, but I'm going to try to get as close as I can. And I'm going to run it down the bore. This is from the back to the front. What you're seeing is the very back end right now. So I'm going to bring it down. If you notice those dark lines, that's the rifling. I'm going to bring it up real slow, and if you look, they're rifling the grooves. The lands and grooves are perfect on this. This is not a smooth bore rifle, this is a rifle barrel. Some of the old muskets were just smooth bore. This thing here, even though it was made in 1887, that's a rifle bore. And if you take a look at this thing. It is perfect. There are no problems with it. You can see it thing twist. It's got a really short little twist as it's coming through. You can see it all the way to the end. I still haven't got quite to the end yet, but it's almost there. Yeah, it's making it so you can see it. Otherwise, the glare from the the light will wash it out. Yeah, the funny thing about this was I had to use my other old phone because I forgot it had the smaller connector, and that's what I had to use on my camera. Okay, that's the very end. You run it right back through, and you can see it. I'll go back faster. You can see how it twists. How it twists on the way back down. And that's what you're looking at. You're looking at all the grooves and stuff. There's no real easy science to this. It's just the camera sees what it sees going down the tube, and you can see when I'm going down there, it's spiraling, going down. It shows you the twist in that barrel. And Slim wanted to see this, and I figured, well, it's good for everybody to see what this thing looks like. And there's right down to the end. And there's inside, at the very end of it. You can see that round barrel there. But yeah, so I have no qualms at all about firing this weapon. I mean, it's going to be really hard to find the ammunition for it because very few guys make it. Most people have to use a 24 gauge shell and make their own ammo for this. And I'm just running it back through again, let you see again what's going on. But yeah, so just those a few patches, and this thing is cleaned out. There's no two ways about it, and that's the end. So there you are. And overall, like I said, this thing is still, rifle's really in good shape. I see no problems with it at all. They even put, and I read up on this, there are brass screws put on the end of this, and they are brass. I checked, I cleaned them up a little bit, but they are brass screws for the butt plate, and they made them out of brass so it wouldn't react with the steel, wouldn't react with the butt plate, and rust solid with the butt plate itself, steel butt plate. And I'm going to have to go ahead and make these grooves deeper because they have worn down to the point where I can't get a screwdriver in there. What I wanted to do is open up this, because a lot of times what would happen is the armorer's report would be rolled up and stuck inside the hole inside there where there's a long screw that goes all the way to hold this butt in. So I'm going to try to see if I can get that open at some point in time here, and hopefully I'll see if there's a piece of paper in there. I don't know. So anyway, that's going to be it. I just wanted to show you that for today. Isn't that right, Chubby? Good boy.